Hi everyone, welcome back to Wife at Home. I'm Chantal and today I'm going to show you what I've got for meal planning for this week. For those of you that are new, I'm doing a series here, A Year of the Good Wife's Guide, and this is the next video in it. So I should have done a couple more videos last week, but I didn't. There were some things came up, took away some of my energy, and so wife and homemaking stuff got first priority, and I just let YouTube go. So that was sad because I really wanted, like, I kept thinking about it all week, and it just didn't happen. So this right now I am just finishing up my meal plan. I did most of this last night actually, but I did not formally plan for Saturday, and I did not also plan for Sunday because Sunday's food is going to be made ahead of time as well. So let me show you what I've got. Okay, so for so last night we went down to my parents'. We kind of weren't expecting to do that, but we decided to do that because my husband, we have a thing on Friday, and then my husband has another thing with some of his friends on Saturday, and I didn't want the weekend to be too crazy, so we went down there, and we ate dinner with them, and then I also took stuff to make my dad low-carb salmon patties and made those for him. I don't recommend it. They smelled bad. So for breakfast, bars and smoothies. My husband has a gallon-sized Ziploc bag of granola bars that my mom has given him, and he's been working his way through the back stock of that because we have a lot of those little granola bars still. So he's been eating those, and then I am supposed to be eating smoothies. Sometimes that does not happen, and I'll just end up really not doing anything sometimes. But that's what's supposed to happen is the granola bars and smoothies every morning. And then lunch, Ben will either have a peanut butter jelly sandwich or leftovers. And then I'll either have some leftover soup that needs to be eaten or make a little skillet pizza from a tortilla. And that will go on through, I guess, technically Saturday. I think he's got to work on Saturday, so I'm not sure yet. And then, so for tonight, I actually need to bake two things. I need to start working on the cheesecake for Valentine's Day, and then I'm just going to make a pumpkin cobbler for dessert. And then I also have to take down the meats to thaw. But as far as like actual dinners are concerned, tonight is going to be white pizza casserole. I'm using that to use up some of the heavy cream that I bought for the cheesecake experiment, and I will share that if it turns out well. And then tomorrow night is deliberate leftovers. I serve at my church's food bank where it's a volunteer position, but I manage the warehouse of it. So that is a very long, very manual labor heavy day. So on Tuesdays, I try to have deliberate leftovers. So I'm going to make the full pizza casserole, and then we'll have that Tuesday. Then Wednesday, we have a church function in the evening, and my husband always goes to a Tex-Mex place, and I think it's like $5 or something. He gets like a root beer and some chips and dip, and that's like his sort of self-care thing for the week, just so he gets some alone time. And sometimes one of his friends from church will go with him, and then I'll just munch something at whatever they have for at the scripture study, because they always make treats for us. And then because we're going to be busy Wednesday night, then Thursday, I'm going to have our Valentine's Day dinner, and that's going to be steak, shrimp, mashed potatoes, and green beans. The steak and the shrimp I bought on sale last month. I think I talked about it, showed it in the grocery haul video from January. And then the mashed potatoes, I have that stuff on hand. And then green beans, I had a bag in the freezer of the nice green beans, so I'm going to use those. Then Friday, we've got a bunch of people over, and so I'm going to make 2 shepherd's pies. And one of them will probably just be the regular lentil shepherd's pie that I made a couple of weeks ago. And then the other one, I'm going to put a little bit of meat in it. I'll just do like a pound of meat, so like half meat, half lentil, just so it stretches. We're going to have like 10 people over, I think. So that's going to be a nice way to feed everyone with stuff I have on hand and that won't break the bank. And then one of the other girls that's going to be coming over, she and her sister usually bake something. And then Saturday, let's see, what do I want to do for Saturday? Saturday is either going to be leftovers from the shepherd's pie or breakfast for dinner, I think. I'm a slow writer and I misspelled that. There we go. And then I shouldn't have to bake anything else because we're going to be eating the pumpkin cobbler like Monday, Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, and then the cheesecake will be Thursday on. It's going to be a really rich cheesecake, probably like the one I made for our anniversary, so I'm not expecting it to go fast. What else? Oh yeah, Friday I need to make soup and bread for Sunday because we're going to be home Sunday. I don't like to do heavy fancy cooking on Sunday. Just, you know, I try to make it a day of rest, even though that doesn't happen a lot of times. But that's okay. Well, it's not okay, but, you know, life happens. So, yeah, that's what I've got going on this week. And then Wednesday, I will have some meal prep. I've got to put the steak in to marinate. And then I'll need to thaw the green beans the day before. And then I'm going to, you know, bring down the meat tonight to thaw. So, yeah, that's what I've got planned for the actual meals. And then the other part of the meal planning I'm doing is, well, let me just move the camera. I'll show you. Okay, so actually I had to kind of move the camera a little and then move the other stuff a little bit because my phone charger will no longer stay connected easily and my phone battery's dying. And yeah, anyway, so the way I store recipes is in my little recipe box right here, just on index cards. But I don't put things in there anymore until they're tried and true. When I was preparing for marriage, I just spent hours transferring things to index cards. And then once I actually learned how to cook, which was thankfully before I got married, but still I'd gotten a little overenthusiastic about everything, I realized, oh, this is not actually that great of a recipe, or this is too fiddly, or this just is flat out unaffordable. So now I only transfer them to index cards after I am like, okay, yes, I like this. Excuse me. So on the paper here, I have some stuff that I've made before, and one of the recipes I didn't really like, and the others I'm going to go ahead and transfer to index cards. And then I'm actually going to go pull some recipes off of one of my Pinterest boards that I have made multiple times, and I'm just ready to put them on cards now because they have proven that they're good recipes. We like them, so they need to come live on the index cards now. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to finish up meal planning and messing with my recipe cards, and then I need to pull things from the pantry that I'm going to need this week. So I'll show you guys that here in just a second. Alright, so as you all can see, I've had quite a few successful recipes that I've tried since I started this year of the Good Wife's Guide. And a few of them were things I made last year, but others I was specifically seeking out for new recipes and menu planning and things. So yeah, I've got lots of new recipe cards to add in. Okay, so I've just pulled out all of the unusual things that don't normally stay on my kitchen pantry shelf that I'm going to need for my meals this week. I'm going to have to make a change to our Valentine's Day dinner because the shepherd's pie I'm just going to use instant mash on, and I don't think I'm going to have enough potato flakes for 2 shepherd's pies and a Valentine's Day dinner, so I'm just going to do hash browns with our steak, shrimp, and green beans. My husband loves potatoes in all forms, so... and speaking of the shepherd's pie, leftover lentils from the last time, and then I needed another bag to make the recipe times and a half. The applesauce is going to use to make up the pumpkin for tonight's pumpkin cobbler. I think the recipe needs either 1 or 2 cups, and I have half that amount of pumpkin left, so I'm just going to combine it with applesauce, and I'm sure it'll turn out fine. The flour I brought out before, but I didn't actually go through all of it, so it's just been hanging out here. Gelatin to help thicken the lentil stuff. If I'm cooking for an omnivorous group, I will add gelatin into soups and things just to kind of give it a better mouthfeel. Pecans. This will be the last of the Thanksgiving pecans, and that will go into the pumpkin applesauce cobbler. These are ingredients for the Valentine's Day cheesecake, which I'm going to record as I'm doing it, and hopefully it turns out good and I can make a video of it. Then the white pizza casserole, this is the pasta I'll be using, And then somebody gave us a can of artichoke hearts when they gave us their like pantry stuff when they moved. And I haven't found a reason to use it yet. And the recipe for the white pizza casserole had like a list of suggested mix-ins, and artichoke hearts was one of them. So we're going to try it. So that is my special stuff pulled from my food storage room. And then in addition, I'll be using the ingredients I keep on my pantry shelves in here and the fridge and the freezer. So yeah, that's my meal plan for the week. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.